Hey y'all, I just finished this book. Y'all, okay, let's talk about it. This book was like 392 pages and it left on a cliffhanger. Like, it ended on a cliffhanger. Like, obviously, like, I have no idea. But here's the thing, I don't think I really liked it. Like, I didn't hate it. It was super cozy. Like, I was raving about it earlier. But, like, the crazy thing is, it was so slow to me. Like, I feel like it was just so slow. Like, people were saying that, well, someone asked me, y'all are actually, like, really funny. Someone on YouTube was commenting and was like, I read the first 2 chapters and I did that, which I don't know why that was, like, hilarious to me. Y'all read 2 chapters and was like, nah, I'm good. That's funny, because that's something that I definitely would do. But someone was like, it was just boring. And then someone said, like, once you get like halfway through or whatever, it picks up and then it's like really good. The thing is, let's say if this is the line of like boredom, like the first half of the book, I'm not gonna lie, it's like slow. It's like world building. You're having to find out about these Providence cards. You have to find out like how the magic works in this world. You have to find out who these people are, who's the king, who are the princes, who is Elspeth and her family, like what's her story. You gotta like learn all this stuff. Like this first book, because there's a second book, this first book is all about like building that world, right? So let's say the first half of the book is like right here. When people say get over the halfway mark and then it picks up, I'm gonna say that it picks up from like, if this is boredom, it goes to like here. That's not that big of a jump, guys. I have read a lot of fantasy books, okay? I have. Let's just be clear about that. I have read a lot of fantasy books, and to me, picking up means like, yo, what? Like, I want to like desperately read it, find out what happens. This book, legit, for me, personally, this is my opinion, so I can have one. Like, you can have one too. It went from here to here. It wasn't that interesting. Like, it was like, oh, so now, because according to the synopsis, like, no spoilers, according to the synopsis, it already told us that she's gonna join. What is it? She joins a dangerous quest to cure her city of this like mist, whatever, this infection. It already told us that. So like we're already expecting her to like do something. We're already expecting her to join the quest. So hold on. Anyway, we're already expecting her to join the quest. So like when she joins the quest, that's not picking up unless you didn't read the synopsis, you know? Like we already expect that to happen. So for me personally, I'm like, okay, cool, now she's part of the quest. When you find out who's part of the quest, that's the tea right there. That's the tea. But even with that, it's like still kind of slow. Like it's like uncomfortably slow. Like, because you keep feeling like, oh my God, it's about to pick up. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then before you know, the book's over. And that part I did not like. Like, I was like very underwhelmed, you know? Like, I was like, oh, like, oh, okay, it is starting to pick up. Like, I even commented back to that person that was like 2 chapters in DNF. I even commented back, I was like, no, keep going because it does get better. Which it did, like I said. It did get better, but I was expecting it to keep going up and up and up, but it just never did. And it's just like, I don't know. You gotta read the second book to even know what's going on, but I was just very underwhelmed. I was not like, yeah. That's just my opinion though, but like, I don't know, what did y'all think? Because a lot of people recommended this book to me. It was very much cozy. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a cozy read because it's like taking place in like the wood, the spirit of the wood, and like this king stuff, and like it's giving like Bridgerton with like courting and all this. But like not really, but so it's part of the book, but it's like not the main thing, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like Bridgerton, but it's like those kind of like hierarchy kind of thing. But like it wasn't enough to be like, oh my God, like I wanted there to be more. Like it had the potential to be more dramatic. Like it was not that dramatic, and I like a dramatic book. I'm a dramatic person, so like I didn't like that. Like I was like, okay. So now that I'm done that book, I've gone to TikTok. I've involved TikTok this time. So like follow me on TikTok if you are on TikTok. I'm not really into TikTok because I don't really understand it. Like as a creator, I don't really understand how it works, to be honest. I just be like posting stuff and then seeing what happens. But anyway, isn't that what everything is? But like y'all, TikTok has been having me by a chokehold with stuff that has nothing to do with reading. Like it's kind of I see what people are saying how it's toxic, because like one second you're watching like a book talk, and the next second you're watching someone like get hurt, the next second you're watching someone like dancing, the next second you're watching someone laughing about something. It's like all over the place. Like your emotions can't even keep up. but why don't I stop scrolling? You know what I'm saying? It's really interesting. I've never really been into like social media like that. Like you may be able to tell by my social media accounts if you like ever looked at them. It's very much like, but anyway, so I'm not really big into that, but I went to TikTok and I went to YouTube Shorts and asked you guys to pick my next book. So by the end of today, I don't know which book I'm going to read next. So just bear with me for a second because I don't know what I'm reading next. But yeah. Okay, y'all, so I finished the book. And I get why people said it's weird. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what to say because I'm just like, a lot happens in this book. Like, it's a lot. Like, yes, we know that it's about vampires and werewolves and humans, technically. This vampire councilman uses his daughter as collateral to marry an alpha werewolf male to build an alliance. Saying this out loud is just very silly. But anyway, this man uses his daughter as collateral to uphold some alliance between vampires and werewolves. Send his daughter to enemy territory for the sake of peace. You know, I get it. Okay, I understand. I get why people feel weird, and I get why people can't talk about the book either. Like, people end up not really saying anything about it, but they're just like, it was weird, I don't know. And I get it, because like if you say anything, it's gonna be like, it will take the fun away from reading it. But it's funny though. It's funny because you know how like you have stereotypes about certain things. Like, you know, people have stereotypes about dogs and cats. Like, cats are this way and dogs are like this. And so whenever you come across a dog, you already have your like opinions of how dogs are. So when you see a dog, you automatically like view them that way based on your thoughts that like are based on nothing but like hearsay, you know what I mean? So like that's kind of like the vibe of this book. It's like these vampires think things about werewolves, and then they go into werewolf territory with their thoughts, and then they like see like I don't know, it's just funny. But Ali Hazelwood does a good job at like saying the stereotypes of each species, I guess, like joking about how humans are this way and joking about how vampires are this way and werewolves are this way, and then like it kind of makes sense. Like basically werewolves and vampires think that humans are like basically like dumb. And it's so funny, like they would, you know. But anyway, it had an unexpected turn of events, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, because like based on the synopsis, like Misery, which is the councilman's daughter's name, which is a terrible name, but Misery has her own reasons for agreeing to marry the werewolf. She was gonna marry him anyway, because like, what are you gonna tell your dad? No, like he's the councilman of the whole vampire whatever. But anyway, she has her own reasons for doing it, and that's what you have to read to find out. You find out what the reason is pretty soon, and then the whole book becomes about that reason. In a way, like, it's interesting how that happened. You know, I didn't see that part coming. I was like, what is her reasons for, like, you would think that it would take all the way up to the end of the book to find out, oh, that's why she joined, or like that's why she agreed to do that. But like, no, actually you find out pretty soon, and then the whole book is like, it's like strategically intertwined. And I'm not gonna tell you what the reason is, you just gotta read to find out. But that is really interesting, honestly. And it says in the synopsis, and she is willing to do whatever it takes to get back what's hers. So, have you read this book, and what did you think? Okay, because I really enjoyed reading it. The only thing that put me off was like how long the chapters were. Like, even at the end of the book, the chapters were so long. Like, I have 2 chapters left, and it feels like I have like 75 pages left within 2 chapters. Like, I don't know, it's just so freaking long chapters. And like, I don't know. I don't understand how people create chapters anyway. Like, they need to take a lesson from Frida McFadden, where her chapters are like, the next page, end of the chapter. Like, oh dang, okay, already. You feel like you're making such like fast progress through her books. But this is the second book by Ali Hazelwood that I've read, and I thought the same thing about Love Theoretically. I thought those chapters were very long too. The book was good, but the chapters were long, and that part was just like the underlying frustration. Anyway, it's time to go pick out a new book. So let's go get a new book, because I'm ready to start reading something new, like tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna start reading it tomorrow, but let's go pick it out together. So, oops, sorry. So I purchased this book when I went fall book shopping. I've never read a TJ Klune novel before. This story is basically about this guy named Wallace who like just died, but like he didn't really know that he like died. It came as like a complete shock that he died. And then this Grim Reaper comes to like collect Wallace, and he's like at his own funeral. And that's when he's like, oh my god, like I'm dead. Like, you know, he isn't ready to die. Like he's like such like in denial about dying. He's like, I wasn't ready yet. Like it wasn't my time. Like, there are so many more things I wanted to do. Like I still want to do all these things. He's like wishing that he could still live, even though when he was alive he wasn't really living. And I was like, it's giving like Grim Reaper season for some reason. I don't know, it's just giving like death. Wallace is giving 1 week to cross over, okay? And so he sets about living finally a lifetime in only 7 days. And I really want to know what he does with those 7 days. How does it go? How does he like accept the fact that he has died? And like the way the story starts off, it's like Wallace alive and he's at work, and it's giving like Scrooge from like those Christmas movies, how he's just like all about business and all about work, and like he is like authoritative businessman or whatever, and he's in charge of a lot of people, but he is just ruthless, cold-hearted. Like he just doesn't care about other people and their problems. He's like, your problem is not my problem. He's like that kind of person. He's like single, alone, divorced, you know? So like that's kind of how the story starts off. So you can kind of imagine what Wallace is like, right? So when he dies, he's like shocked too. Like he's at his own funeral, and that is a whole like, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil the book, but like that is literally how it started. Yeah, I just want to like give you a little update on that. Hey y'all, so I just wanted to come and say, like, I have been in a reading slump for days, weeks, months even. When was the last time you saw me film a reading wrap up? Like August? Girl, what? That's really embarrassing. But I have been reading, I just haven't been finishing the books. I literally just finished DNFing this book. It's Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. I'm over the 100-page mark, 124. First of all, these chapters are crazy long. Like, and I know some of you suggest like doing audiobooks or like listening to the audiobooks when the chapters are like really long, so that whatever. I get it. It's actually like a really good idea. I might just like listen to the audiobook of this, but it's not that the chapters are long, because sometimes if it's a really good book, I can still get through the chapters even if they are long. However, this book is not going how I thought it would go. Like, it's so like, you would think, I don't want to say anything because I don't know if I'm going to be spoiling anything. I have to get to the end of the book to see like whatever. But yeah, it's not going how I thought it would go. And usually when this happens, the chapters are long. It's not going how I thought it would go. I'm getting bored. I'm going days without reading because I can't, like sometimes I can't read more than one book at the same time because I don't know why. Like that's just how I am. But some people be reading like 2 or 3 books at a time, and I'm just like, okay, you do you. You know, you do you. I'm gonna do me. But anyway, so I'm only reading that book. Well, then I did start reading another book, and then that book also had really long chapters too. So I'm just like, so anyway, DNF that book, and then now I'm currently reading The Naturals, and I already could tell. I already know I'm not gonna DNF this one. It's already like fast paced. I want to get ahead of myself though, because when I read this book, I was like, ah! And now I'm like, have y'all read that book? Like, let me know. Like, people were telling me to read this book like months ago. I'm not even gonna lie. Everyone was like, read The Naturals, read The Naturals. Then I read Bride by Ali Hazelwood. Yeah, so The Naturals. I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on because this video is all over the place. I'm not even gonna lie, because I have been filming things here and there sporadically, but I didn't like put it all together, and so like it's time to put it together so I can just like start fresh. You know, it's a new month. Let's just start fresh. So welcome. That's what's going on right now. So yeah, I'm gonna get back on my reading grind. I know a lot of you like really are into reading books, like same, like we are connecting on that part, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I have been in a reading slump because of these long, boring-ish books. I don't want to say boring but it's just like no. I just need like faster paced books, guys. Like, drop your suggestions down below. What are some fast paced books? Like, this is giving fast paced. I think the Inheritance Games, like that series, the same author, is also fast paced. I'm looking at my bookshelf right now. Like, what are some other fast paced books? Usually Frida McFadden books are like quick, you know. Have you guys read Assistant to the Villain? There is one person who has been commenting saying that they were reading Assistant to the Villain. What did you think of it? Is it fast paced? Like, should I read it? Am I gonna fall into a reading slump? Like, help me out. Like, let me know what y'all think. Anyway, this is the conclusion of this video. Stay tuned because I'm going to be making another reading vlog that's actually going to be like my true reading vlog. Like if you've been with me for a minute, I used to like post reading vlogs every week because I was on my reading grind. And now things have changed a little bit, and I'm not mad about it because I also like my fall diaries where I'm like narrating and stuff like that. That's really fun to me. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit of both things because it's been like, both things have been well received in my opinion. So yeah, but I'm gonna get back on my reading grind because like I absolutely love reading, and I have a bookshelf full of books, like over 20 books that I have not read, and I have a new bookshelf. Like, y'all need to stay tuned for these videos that are coming out because I just have a whole new bookshelf completely empty. So you already know I need to go book shopping because that's like a toxic addiction. Like, why buy an empty bookshelf and not have books on it? So like naturally I need to go get some more books to put on it, but that's like, it's a downward spiral from there. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to being more consistent every Sunday at 11 a.m. I will see you guys next Sunday at 11 a.m. Okay, bye-bye.